Hey everyone, how are you on this fine Sunday? This is JD Olson with the Martial Art Limited Association, and today I'm going to give you some tips on how to make your katas more dynamic, how to make them better. Let me get rid of this gum. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, let's look at long form number 1. Let's look at it basically first. Long form 1. I look left. Okay, so let's look at how we can make this form better or more dynamic or just something I can actually use in a competition. So, of course, the first thing is going to have a solid stance. Make sure you're nice and low, okay? From there, when you look, don't just look, but actually look with intent, with purpose. So make sure that look is all three. I look left, I look right, I look left. From there, chamber properly, okay? So when you're there, chamber properly, and then snap into position. A lot of people, when I see these katas, they just go, okay? Give it some snap. It'll make it better automatically. So when I'm here, and I look, I get a pop. I get a little pop there. Look over your shoulder. Step behind, snap, snap. Now, when we teach these katas, we break them into steps. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. But you don't have to do that way. You could, here, speed up and slow down as you see fit. So here, I look, snap, pow, and then pow. You can make it your own. That's what it's all about. So you could slow down, you could speed up. So that's going to be our second tip, is to vary your speeds, not just to make it all the same speed. Your first tip is to snap. Your second tip is to vary your speeds. Okay. So my third tip to making these katas better, and I'm doing Taikyoku Ichi, which is a low version of long form number 1. But we have a middle, we have a high, and we have a blend. You can do any one of those things. So now, to make it a little bit more dynamic, to make it more exciting, is to vary the techniques, okay? So that's our third tip, is to vary the techniques. So instead of it just being look left, look right, look left, and again, like I said, not just, but actual, like look with purpose, because you're supposed to be surveying the battlefield. So I look to see how close this target is. As I go here, of course, I cross this peripheral vision. I look to see how close this target is, and I'm like, okay, this guy was clearly closer, or is more of a threat, so I snap back to him so I can take this person on first. So when I'm here, I go 1, 2, 3. Now I go here. You could low punch. You could middle punch. You could high punch. You could palm heel strike. You could elbow strike. So you get the idea. There's nothing saying it has to always be, especially in competition, it has to always be a punch. You might even do a miniature little technique, say, I'm going to do that with the sticks in a minute, but you might do a little miniature thing saying, okay, hey, so I low block, I look left, I look right, I look left. Maybe I step up here and I do a double punch. And then I look over my shoulder, I see that bad guy's coming, I step here, and I double punch. I look, I triple punch. And I triple punch. Yeah! So there's your third tip, to change up the techniques. Don't change the kata, Okay, notice the forward doesn't change. Notice that things are all the same, but I change up the techniques. And this is for competition. Of course, testing, you have to do it the way your instructor wants you to do it for testing. But if you're trying to do a competition, this is something you can do to tweak it and make it better. All right, well, there's 3 simple tips that you can go ahead and use to make your katas better, to make them more dynamic, to make them more exciting, make them more fun. And then, of course, when you're training this stuff, you can mix it up as you go. Okay, now I'm going to show you the same form, that long form number 1, but I'm going to go ahead and throw some kali sticks in it. Now, these are my my special edition, the Baliki sticks from Seafood Ron Baliki, sold by Cold Steel. If this is something you're interested in, let me know. Of course, I can get them for you at the school, or I can get you set up for that as well. What's nice about these sticks is they're not wood, so they don't crack. They're polycarbonate, and then they also have a fiberglass core, so they give you a little bit of the reverb like an actual kali stick does. They have a little bit more weight, but they're also sized. They're sized really nice. They have the silver, so they look kind of good for the camera, also for maybe like a competition, but they also, you know, are going to last you a long, long time. So let's look at that kata with the kali sticks or the Baliki sticks. In the comments below, I want you to tell me if you know what the name, the actual name for the sticks are. Okay, not kali sticks, not eskrima sticks, but what the actual name is. Put that in the comment below. All right. So I have my double low block again. I'm looking left. I'm looking right. I'm looking left. I get my low block on this here. So now I could do a single strike. I could do a double strike, or I could do a really quick heaven 3 strike. Again, I look over my shoulder. I turn. I low block. I step forward. 1, 2, 3. I'm pulling this out of the way so I don't get it caught up. But I'm making sure I hit all 3 of these. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I look. I block. Now, this part's where it's going to be really exciting. Okay, so you have, if you already know this heaven 3, okay, or this heaven 6, I should say, you could twirl it, and finish it kind of cool. So all the twirl is, just so you can see this, I have my heaven 6 count, okay, but I let my wrist break. So you get that going on. So like I said, so as I'm here, 1, 2, 3. If I wanted a high block, I could. As I turn, maybe I high block. And now I come at the camera with all 3 attacks. Again, my right leg is the one that's in front. The right leg is going to be the one I kia on. My right hand is in front right now. Okay? So I'm going to do the whole form with the Baliki stick so you can see the whole kata. Taikyoku Ichi. Aya! Aya! And there you have it. So there you have the kali, or the kata with the kali sticks, or the Baliki sticks. If you like the kali sticks, put that in the comments below. All right. So let me know in the comments below which one you like the most. Also, what's your favorite kata? Okay, if you do a karate style or something that has forms, let me know what your favorite form is in the comments below. All right, we'll catch you in the next one.